The devoted supporter of country music legend Dolly Parton, both in her love life and career, passed away at the age of 82. As an iconic figure in country music, Dolly has always been open about many aspects of her life. Yet one thing she has kept private is her long-lasting marriage. Her husband, Carl Dean, has always shied away from the spotlight, fueling countless rumors about their relationship. Carl never joined Dolly at public events or made appearances by her side, leading to curiosity about their private life. Despite the secrecy, Dolly has always stood by and respected her husband's decision to remain out of the public eye. Their marriage remains one of the most talked-about mysteries among fans and the media. At the age of 82, Carl Dean passed away, leaving behind a mystery that fans had speculated about for years. But for the first time, Dolly Parton broke her silence, and what she revealed stunned the world. Will her words finally put the rumors to rest? Join us in this video to hear Dolly Parton's shocking revelation. The world mourns the loss of Carl Dean, Dolly's beloved husband of nearly 60 years. Their marriage, long a subject of curiosity, now holds even more intrigue as Dolly speaks out, leaving everyone in disbelief. If you find the story of Dolly Parton's career and life both interesting and inspiring, don't forget to hit like, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and share this video so others can learn about it too. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on exciting new videos. Now let's dive into the fascinating love story of Dolly Parton and Carl Dean. Dolly Parton was just beginning her music career when she met Carl Dean. Right from the start, he made it clear he didn't want to be in the spotlight, while Dolly skyrocketed to global stardom. Carl always remained in the background, never walking the red carpet, never attending her award shows, and rarely appearing with her in public. This only fueled rumors that he was either just a private person or that there was more to their story. Some even questioned if Carl was real, but Dolly has always stood by him, defending their unique relationship. Carl never cared for the glamour or the spotlight. Dolly once said, "He loves me, but he doesn't like the fame, which is why we work so well together." Despite this, the whispers about their unconventional marriage never seemed to stop. Some believed that Carl and Dolly had been living separately for many years. Others pointed to the lyrics of her iconic song, Jolene, which was inspired by a real woman, a red-haired bank teller who had caught Carl's eye. Then there were whispers about Dolly's best friend and assistant, Judy Ogle. Carl's absence only fueled the speculation, with many wondering if Judy played a more significant role in Dolly's life than she had ever publicly acknowledged. But Dolly shut down all the rumors. "People have talked about me and Judy for years, but we're like sisters," she said. "She's my best friend, and that's all there is to it." Now, with Carl gone, everything Dolly had ever shared about their love is being re-examined. Yet, the pain of losing him has also brought back old wounds, some from the darkest moments of her life. In her memoir, Dolly, My Life and Other Unfinished Business, she revealed a time when she was drowning in sorrow, questioning if she could keep going. "I remember standing in front of the mirror, not even recognizing myself," she wrote. "I felt empty. I felt lost." And then, she looked down at the gun. That night, a small miracle happened. Her little dog, Popeye, ran into the room and jumped into her lap. It gazed up at her with its big, round eyes, as if God were speaking through it. Dolly recalled that moment, saying, I knew I had to go on. After Carl's death, she found the strength to continue, and his love inspired her to finally break her silence. Carl Dean, Dolly Parton's devoted husband, has passed away, and many are wondering how Dolly is truly coping with the loss. Stay tuned to learn more. For nearly 60 years, Carl Dean stood by Dolly's side. He passed away on Monday at the age of 82 in Nashville, Tennessee. Dolly expressed her deep sorrow in an emotional statement, saying, "Carl and I shared many beautiful years together, and words cannot truly express the depth of our love over the past 60 years. I cherish your prayers and support during this time." Her family has asked for privacy during their mourning, and no official cause of Carl's death has been revealed. In memory of her late husband, Dolly dedicated her new song to him this morning. She posted a heartfelt tribute on Instagram, sharing a nostalgic photo of the couple from their younger years. In the photo, Dolly lovingly embraces Carl. She wrote, "Carl and I fell in love when I was 18 and he was 23. Like all great love stories, ours will never truly end. It will live on in my heart and my music. I dedicate this song to him." Their love story began in 1966, when they exchanged vows in a simple, intimate ceremony in Georgia. For decades, their bond remained unshakable. 3 days after Dean's passing, Dolly shared another heartfelt message with family, friends, and fans, expressing her gratitude. She wrote, "I am deeply moved by all the messages, cards, and flowers you've sent to honor my beloved Carl. Although I can't respond to each of you, please know that your kindness and support mean so much to me." Dolly's emotional tribute song is titled "If You're Not There," and it begins with her speaking directly to her husband, asking, "How would I be if you weren't there, without your trust?" Throughout the song, she reflects on the highs and lows of her life, singing about how Carl was always there to offer love and support throughout their marriage. One of the most poignant lines in the song is, "I thank God and you for your caring love and the boundless love you've given me." Dolly continued, "I can't personally contact each of you, but please know that your kindness means a great deal to me. Now he's in the arms of God, and I'm at peace with that. I will always love you, Dolly." Dolly Parton met Carl Dean in 1964 at a rundown laundromat on her first day in Nashville. "I came to Nashville with dirty clothes," she told the New York Times. "I was in such a rush to get here, and after putting my clothes in the machine, I started walking down the street just to check out my new house when a guy yelled at me, and I waved back. Since I was from the country, I talked to everyone. He came up, and that was Carl, my husband." Carl later said that from the first moment he saw Dolly, he knew she was the one for him. Their relationship progressed quickly. At the time, Dolly was staying with her aunt and uncle to help care for their son, and Carl visited her every day. One day, when she wasn't looking after the child, Carl took her to meet his parents. "That was my first opportunity to go anywhere with Carl, and he drove me straight to his parents' house and introduced me to them," Dolly shared. She also revealed that Carl said, "From the first time I saw her, I knew she was the one." Carl's proposal wasn't entirely traditional, but it marked the beginning of a lasting love that would endure for decades. Dolly shared that Carl made a straightforward proposal, saying they would either have to move closer to town or get married. She recalled how Carl stepped into the spotlight to support her when she received her first songwriter award. Dolly said, "Carl and I dressed up, he wore a tuxedo, and we drove to the dinner, walked the red carpet, sat through the dinner and award ceremony while I went up to accept my award. She also shared a memorable moment at a party for Marty Stewart. After the dinner, we went outside and they brought the car to us. We got in and went home. Carl turned to me and said, "Doll, I want you to have everything you want and I'm happy for you, but don't ever ask me to go to one of those damn places again." Not everyone was happy about their relationship. Dolly's manager at the time, Fred Foster, tried to convince her not to marry, arguing that it would complicate her promotional work. In 2012, due to this pressure, Dolly canceled plans for a large wedding. Instead, she and Carl secretly married the following weekend in a small private ceremony at the Ringgold Baptist Church in Ringgold, Georgia. This quiet, intimate celebration stood in stark contrast to the grand, public events usually associated with weddings. Only a few close family members, including Dolly's mother, Avie Lee Owens, were present to witness their vows. The simplicity of their wedding reflected Carl's preference for privacy and their mutual desire to keep their personal lives out of the public eye. Only Pastor Don Duvall, his wife, and Dolly's mother, Avie Lee Owens, were present for the wedding. Dolly recalled, "I said I had to have my mom there. I bought a little dress, and my mom gave me a Bible with flowers on it. We got married on Monday. Our honeymoon was very brief because we had to work. The next morning, we took my mom back to the bus station in Chattanooga so she could go home to Knoxville. She wouldn't be part of what we called our honeymoon, which only lasted a few hours." In 2015, Dolly opened up about their marriage in an interview with People. "My husband is a good man," she said. "He's a deep person, but he has a great sense of humor and is very funny. He makes me laugh and entertains me. He's very confident in himself." Dolly also shared that their differences made their relationship uniquely special. "Opposites attract, and it's true. We are completely different. But that's what makes it interesting. I never know what he's going to say or do. He always surprises me." Although Dolly Parton and Carl Dean had a private and happy marriage, they still faced personal struggles. Dolly shared a deeply emotional experience in a 1986 interview with Elle's Home Journal, later included in her book Dolly on Dolly. She spoke about how, in 1982, she found herself caught up in what she called an affair. She revealed that the infidelity of a special friend deeply hurt her and almost emotionally broke her. "Oh, I cried like an ocean," she admitted. However, she chose not to go into further detail, laughing and adding, "I have to keep some secrets." At that time, Dolly made it clear that she and Carl were not separated. She repeated what she had always said, "We will always be together." In 1982, she told People, "With him, it's all just a joke. No man in this world can compare to my husband. That's one of the reasons I never go too far." That same year, in an interview with Barbara Walters, Dolly shared that she had stayed home in Tennessee for health reasons, spending time with her husband. She joked, "Staying home for months nearly broke our relationship. I was happy to leave. He was happy when I left, so both of us were happy when we got back to our normal, odd lives." In the same interview, Dolly spoke about how both she and her husband enjoyed flirting. While she made it clear that they remained faithful, she said, "I love the people around me, and as a woman who travels, there are always handsome men flirting with you, and sometimes I enjoy flirting back. However," she admitted, "I know what I have at home, and I would never risk losing it for anything in the world." Let us know which Dolly Parton song you first heard her from. If you admire Dolly Parton's love for Carl Dean, leave a comment with the number 1. If not, leave a comment with the number 0. Now, let's continue exploring another fascinating story. In 2017, Dolly shared her health struggles, opening up about the challenges she faced. She explained that her health began to decline at the age of 35. "I made choices that hurt my health. I didn't pay attention to what I ate, ignored nutrition, and failed to take care of myself," she confessed. She added, "I was working non-stop, but internally, I was battling many personal and emotional issues. Then, out of nowhere, my health completely broke down. I had stomach problems, issues related to being a woman, and my overall well-being deteriorated after I became an international sensation." After the success of her hit song 9 to 5 and the film The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas in the early 1980s, Dolly's health took a serious turn. In 1984, despite enduring severe stomach pain, she ignored her doctor's advice and continued performing on stage in Indianapolis. She eventually collapsed, suffering from heavy bleeding. Doctors later diagnosed her with endometriosis. Parton endured excruciating abdominal pain and heavy bleeding, requiring 2 surgeries to stop life-threatening hemorrhaging. At 36, she underwent a partial hysterectomy, which meant she could no longer have children naturally. Following the surgery, Dolly fell into a deep depression, turned to overeating and excessive drinking, and even contemplated suicide. Dolly Parton was the 4th of 12 children born into a struggling family in the Appalachian Mountains. She was born on January 19, 1946, in a modest one-room cabin near the Pigeon River in Pittman Center, Tennessee. Her father, Robert Lee Parton, worked as a farmer and construction worker but never learned to read or write, as he had to leave school at a young age to help support his family. Her mother, A. Lee Owens, was the daughter of a preacher and devoted her life to raising her children. From a young age, Dolly dreamed of becoming a star. According to her official website, she often sang barefoot on her family's porch when she was just 5 years old. In 1951, she wrote her first song, Little Tiny Tassel Top. By 1953, her love for music was so intense that she made her first guitar from an old mandolin and 2 bass guitar strings. Music was deeply embedded in Dolly's family life. Her mother played and sang, and her father played the banjo and guitar. However, it was her uncle Bill Owens who kick-started Dolly's career. Recognizing her immense talent, Bill became her first manager in 1956 when she was only 10 years old. He arranged for her to have a regular spot on Cass Walker's show in Knoxville. Once, Dolly confidently approached the host, Cass Walker, and asked for a job. Her boldness paid off as she soon became a regular performer. In 1959, Dolly, along with her uncle Bill, recorded the song Girl Left Alone, a single released on Gold Band Records. She later reflected, "I don't think I'll ever forget the feeling inside that bus. It smelled like diesel fuel and the people traveling to different places." Although that single didn't bring her fame, Dolly never gave up. In January 1967, she made her mark on the Billboard country charts with 2 singles from Monument Records, Dumb Blonde, which reached number 24, and Something Fishy, which hit number 17. That summer, she released her first album, Hello, I'm Dolly. By September 1967, Dolly appeared on The Porter Wagoner Show, a pivotal moment in her career. She and Wagoner recorded a duet, The Last Thing on My Mind, which soared to number 1 on the Billboard country charts. In 1968, RCA signed both Dolly and Porter Wagoner, and they released their first album together, Just Between You and Me. That same year, Dolly launched her solo career with her first single, Just Because I'm a Woman. Her collaboration with Wagoner earned them the Country Music Association's Duo of the Year Award and the Music City News Award for Duet of the Year. Dolly's career continued to soar in 1970 when her cover of Jimmy Rogers' Skinny Blues became a hit, reaching #1 on the country charts. Soon after, her single Joshua became her first solo song to hit #1. One of Dolly's most iconic songs, Jolene, soared to #1 on the country charts and even crossed over to pop, reaching #60 on the Billboard Hot 100. This success demonstrated that Dolly had the ability to captivate mainstream audiences. In addition to her country music success, Dolly continued to dominate with 4 more chart-topping singles: I Will Always Love You, Please Don't Stop Loving Me, a duet with Porter Wagoner, Love Is Like a Butterfly, and Coat of Many Colors. In 1975, the Country Music Association recognized her as Female Vocalist of the Year as her solo career reached new heights. Dolly decided to leave the Porter Wagoner Show and his touring group in 1974. By 1976, she had completely severed all professional ties with Wagoner. That same year, she launched her own TV show, Dolly, which aired for 1 season. However, this wouldn't be the last time she became the center of attention on television. What do you think about Dolly Parton finally breaking her silence after all these years? Do you think her revelations will finally put an end to the rumors about her marriage? If you're surprised by the Hollywood star Dolly Parton's revelations about her life, let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to hit like and share your thoughts. See you in the next video.